Hey, welcome back, Team Starlight. We have round 2 at WildCardCyclone, with Leo on the left playing Machina Quickdraw Hero and Declan on the right playing Mausoleum Frogs. And Leo's off to the races with Lone Fire into Titanium.
A strong start for any plant deck. And looks like he has a few back row, but Mausoleum Frog's a deck that is near and dear to my heart. I find it very, very fun to play, and it's been forever. So I was just vibing. I was like, I'm just gonna take it today. Just go for a standard Subsitotes and Treeborn off of the Swap Frog, bounce pass.
Got the Trooper coming down, mills the Fortress, but that's big damage, so you got the Fader to stop those attacks.
Yeah, that's just way too much damage to be taking. So I just drop the Fader, and then I go for Subsitote, which is pretty nice because I'm gonna get to go for a Dupe Frog and a Swap Frog. And I actually choose to do something interesting here where I bounce the sub because I drew the other dupe. So in the case that he had like Mirror Force, I didn't want him to just Mirror Force and then me not to be able to establish the dupe lock. But I also wanted to run over the Trooper. So I just have this like kind of like extra sub in my hand that's not really doing much, but I did it just to, I guess it was like the safest thing to deal with all the threats that I wanted to deal with.
Yeah, Leo's doing a thing. He's got a ton of cards in his hand. Starting off with Brain Control on the one of the dupes.
Yeah, that feels bad for sure. It especially feels bad when one of your dupes is in attack mode and they brain control. You're just like, oh no. So tragic. Um, and I opt to think on resolution here and drop the treacherous trap hole, which is met by trap stun. So I'm like, God damn it. Like the time I drew the one trap in my deck, he had the trap stun already set.
Oh man, yeah, that's unfortunate, but oh, he's got debris. Gonna grab that Trooper probably, or Lone Fire. He could make a 7. He could also make a 6 if he wants to convert this dupe.
Yep. He's gonna start with running over the dupe frog, and unfortunately I just don't have anything to add. I think I have Treeborn and Swap in hand. Like I drew all the frogs, and I don't want to take the Treeborn out of my grave. So it's like, damn, this is just unlucky. But Leo does something weird here, where I thought he
Oh,
was gonna convert the Dupe Frog too. It's like Iron Chains feels weird, but it's like at least it's something, right? Like, and you don't have to pass back the dupe, but he just passes it back to me, which I'm pretty happy about. And let's see what I go for. Dark Dust Spirit. I just say
oh,
you I just say there's no way you have Starlight Road. If you have Starlight Road, I lose. And it actually resolves, which is crazy. It does get bottomless, but because dupe is destroyed on Chain Link 1, I get to add back a swap. So, I got a handful of frogs, but at least I have some card advantage to play with. And Leo just draw passes, so it's back to me again.
got the Deep Prison for that swap. He's got a Dead Heavy. Torrential, and I didn't catch what he said, but probably Dandy.
Yeah, I love playing decks with no traps because when they just have the dead heavy or MST or typically the traps done, it's just fully a dead card for them. But here we go, Terraforming for Gear Town, one of the beautiful parts of this deck. And then I go for Mobius, target his set and my set.
Nice. No Torrential for this Gadgetron, but he does have the 2 tokens.
Yeah, and I opt to just special the Swap Frog to deal with the tokens because I don't want to get Caius. This Galvatron is basically my life in this game now. So I just want to deal with that. And here I go for Gadgetron again, a little swap poking, and then bounce back to swap, pass the turn.
Oh, he just drew Gorzo, so that's really good for him.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting because last turn he set Alias, so I'm like, okay, he's down bad, so I'm just gonna go for game. So I special the swap, tribute summon Gores, because I'm like, there's no way he would set Alias with Gores. But like he said that he just drew the Gores. I'm like, what? Wait, you had Gores? Just like unlucky timing.
Yeah, he's still down pretty bad though. He has heavy plasma and it looks like he just drew Quickdraw Synchron, so that's not gonna get him anywhere. Yep,
Yeah.
that's just scoop phase. Game 2.
Yeah, I was feeling really nervous. I was like one top deck debris now, and I'm out the game, but it worked out. Now he's gonna go for a T set and pass, and I'm gonna start similarly to last game. Swap, send tree. This time I choose to attack, and it is the Dandelion, which is actually not the best.
Ooh, I see the Quickdraw. But he's got debris. That's pretty good. Going for a Stardust play, probably.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this right after I attacked. I'm like, if I know I'm playing against like the Machina Quickdraw hero deck, and it's kind of the standard list that we kind of have grown to know, is it right to just not attack? Because like, what are they setting that is not Dandelion? And then their grave is set up with the Dandy so that they can do the debris play or the quick draw play. So I actually think that was a bit of a mistake.
Oh, but he's got the Tribute Summon Quickdraw. Does it want to discard the monster, or he doesn't have any monsters in hand?
He also just has a copious amount of tokens. So I get it. It kind of clears up the space a little bit as well. And he's thinking about Nitro Warrior, but then he opts, I believe, if I remember correctly, to just go for the Drill Warrior. Yep.
This is a pretty good position for Leo.
I know, 4 back row plus the Drill Warrior. Was feeling pretty awkward here. I was like, might be a go next angle, depending on what those back row end up being. And here, this is really interesting. He goes Chain Disappearance on my Treeborn Frog, which banishes from hand and deck. So if I don't have a response, my Treeborn is gone, and then also my Treeborn, if it's in my deck or my hand, is also gone. But here's something you don't see every day. I go Book of Moon, which I think we ruled it correctly. Like, Chain Disappearance has to check for attack. So I just get to keep the Treeborn, which is kind of cool. Then I'm just going to go for swap, attack, and he deprisons, which is honestly fine. But it's still not looking good. He's going to go for the Drill Warrior and add something from his grave. Thinking about it, probably Dandelion. Yep.
Ooh, nice. Got the Gores on the direct attack from Stardust.
Yeah, this Gores is huge here. But still do have to deal with a lot of tokens, a lot of back row plus Stardust. So let's see what's going to happen here. Start off with the Treeborn back from the grave. And I opt to set a field spell and then set the field spell over it to get the Gear Town effect to trigger.
Is he asking about missing timing?
Yeah, he's asking if he chains MST here, will my Gear Town that I've already sent to the graveyard miss timing? And the answer is no, but if he popped like a set Gear Town, like if that's the card I have set right now, then that Gear Town would miss timing. Anyways, that's like a bit of Gear Town nuance, but I opt to go for the Engineer here to try to bait out a back row, the Stardust, and it actually works. So he goes Stardust, and then I just go main 2 tribute for Light and Darkness Dragon.
Ho ho. Nice. So no Stardust, no Drill Warrior. He's just
Yep,
got these
both.
2 tokens.
They both activate. So I think we get a ruling here on the Drill Warrior just to double check that it activates. And I was like 95% sure, but he wanted to be sure, so he gets some confirmation from our friend Geo here, who's reading the cards. But ultimately, we do go with that ruling. So just the lad, super super clutch here to basically out both of those threats.
Oh, but he's got the tribute summon Machina Fortress. It's big enough to get over the lad. It's gonna nuke your board.
Yep. Geartown does miss timing when Lad destroys. Lad has some bad wording if you're using an OG copy, but it does make cards miss timing when it is destroyed. But I do get back the Dupe Frog, and then I'm going to go for the Swap Frog here, just keep thinning the deck, and then bounce and extra normal the Dupe Frog. So now he is dupe locked.
Yeah, he still has 3 back rows, so that's intimidating. We got the Substitute coming down, just passing.
Yeah, just insulating the board even more. We're gonna enter a bit of a draw pass, I think, game state here. Actually, I mean, he does have the Lone Fire here just to get Titanium, so we're just like setting up our boards to be like, who's gonna be the first one to try to break the others. He's got, targeting protection, a Machina Fortress, 3 back row. I've got a super dupe lock, double dupe, Substitute. And I do have this heavy storm, but I'm just like sitting on it because, first of all, I'm pretty sure that he just has Starlight Road because he just set everything. But also, he could have just set everything because he had the Stardust. So I don't know. I'm just sitting on it though because I'm waiting for an opportunity to like use it offensively. And I do distribute some in the vanities just to like even further insulate the game state. So it's like you can't attack, you can't special summon.
Wow. 5 monsters on your side of the field.
Yeah, Lightning Vortex would go hard here from his perspective. And last turn I set a monster. So let's see what I do here. Now I think I'm going to tribute the Substitute to tribute set, which some alarm bells maybe should be going off if you're Leo.
Oh, we got the heavy coming down and it goes through. Wow.
Yep, so then I flip up the Swap Frog. I get to use the effect. And then I go Swap Frog effect to bounce the Vanity's Fiend, and then flip up Dark Dust Spirit.
Dude, that Dark Dust putting in work this match.
Yeah, and I think I choose to get both the dupes because I want to be able to... I haven't even normal summoned yet. That was just kind of setting up for this big push here. So I'm going to pitch special the Swap Frog, and then I am going to activate another cool tech card. Shout out Raunek. Autonomous action unit. Pay 1500 life points to special summon a monster from your opponent's graveyard. And Leo's got a stacked graveyard. And I opt to choose Titanial. And then I tribute summon the Vanities that I bounce back. So now I've got Vanities, I got Titanial.
Holy, that's big damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
but my life...
speaking of our boy, look at that card signed by him. That Pot of Avarice.
Wait, who is that? Oh, that's Brownick? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Damn. That's worth a lot of money. I am feeling a bit in danger. My life is super, super low after paying 1500. So I'm really nervous here about the Pot of Avarice, especially a Raunek signed Pot of Avarice.
Oh no, that's Carpath. That's our other boy, Carpath.
Oh, yeah, that does look like Carpath. Okay, we'll shout out Raunek and shout out Carpath, but that's gonna be game.